I suppose he left everything
Donald
like it
Fraser is
was.
here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Why not? Why not, bro? Let me just look at myself. Oh yeah, I'm pretty good looking. Yep. Looks great.
I lock my revolver in this drawer. Hastings, it would appear that you are getting slightly thin on top.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Let's take a look at the papers.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations. Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful corroborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
Of course. Of course. Who am I gonna trust? Right? A journalist or my friend? Choice is easy. Oh, that's it. That's all I had to do. Okay, that's weird. Okay.
This bottle is for our visitors. Personally, I prefer the sherry.
Okay. Let's take a look at that
This
man.
man is tired.
Yes. Can see. Same. Okay. There we go.
Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Mr. Poirot, I
Probably a
don't know
little
why I'm
depressed.
here.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
Urge him to continue, point out that it's not a pair.
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
Yeah, need to know. We need to know.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her around the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Well, it's because he's with the other girl, maybe. Now? I don't know. How should Donald's dream be interpreted? Donald is very much in love with this violent man. He's tired. That's for sure. That's the thing. Donald really likes Megan. Wait, I'm trying to understand. Well, he's tired. He's a violent man. Let's try stuff, you know. Let's try stuff because, yeah, I don't know. Two murder, premeditate. Carried out by the same murderer. Eh, it's not that. I have no clue. Okay, I need to think for once. Okay, how should you interpret the dream? Donald was a violent man. Does not kill in his dream. He feels guilty. Maybe not that. This one. There you go. Donald is starting to have feelings for Megan and is feel guilty about abandoning Betty. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
He likes
Boy,
train.
he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
Okay, but we know who killed these people. so-
Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
Could have having lied. Remember that she did not see anybody on the day of the murder. Could have been the killer's accomplice. Having
You
lied.
lied to us, and I demand to know why.
But what are you talking about?
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it.
Of
but
course.
it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very
Looks like the killer.
hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't.
So whether she resigned, her own free will. Point out that her departure is suspicious. Found about leaving Churston? Don't remember that. It's whether she resigned of her own free will.
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin could not go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston.
As she will collect the object, as she will return, and say that the objects present a
It
risk.
was too risky for you to keep these objects, am I correct?
Risky? What was the risk?
Who's holding the murder weapon. Said that the curse of the dragon is on her. Said that Lady Clark would have accused her of.
You know very well what Lady Clark might have said if you had kept these objects.
Indeed. These
There you go.
objects were gifts. But Lady Clark would have been convinced that I'd stolen them. By returning them, I put an end to such evil gossip.
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
Funny way to say yes or no. I'm gonna say yes.
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah. Okay, Tora Gray stayed behind to sell Sir Michael's item. Sir was close to her. For brush, that's not this one. Likes Franklin. Tora is evasive about a relationship with Sir Michael. Seductress. For charming. I have no idea. Sometimes I'm bad at these games. Right now I feel pretty bad. Okay, let's think. I tried stuff, it didn't work. Would Tora have married Sir Carmichael if he had lived? Sir Carmichael found Tora charming. It's about him, this one. Not her. Tora is a seductress. Out of her, Tora has a brush. Was close to Tora Gray. Tora stayed behind. Several things. Likes Franklin. I feel these two might be okay. No. One of these two are not okay. About a relationship. Stayed behind to settle Sir Carmichael's affair. She likes Franklin. Well, she likes Franklin, so maybe no. I have no clue. So Michael's affair, Tora brush, it's close. She was charming. No, it's not these. Evasive on a relationship. Finally. Tora wanted to be married and certainly would have succeeded in doing so.
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, let's see. I understand why it's more difficult, because there was one more thing I need to do. Is there any common point between the murders? Is there another common point? No object value for sale in this shop. Personal effect. A stocking box in an accounting book. The murderer is a seducer. Where is the seducer? Read the door sudden coming towards the house of the murder. Is unable to precisely describe the door. People are just the day. Lady's mom is upset that her daughter never got to wear a gift, a box of stocking. No. Makes no sense. Something is about the 3 different places. Personal effect. A stocking box. Yeah. Material proof. Okay, so that's the first murder. That's the second one. Betty, it was the second murder. And these are the third one. I was really upset that her daughter never got to wear her gift. There's a seducer. An object of value for sale in this shop. And it's hard. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what. Before each murder, the victim or someone else to them were in a situation where they could buy stocking.
It's perfectly clear, Hastings. Perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest, Job.
So he sells stocks. Okay, I see. Yeah. Telephone.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Should try with somebody who uses Doncaster. That's what he's doing.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Of course.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
He knows that I'm always right.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we...
Okay,
Yes.
that's the thing that I already saw, right?
Go to the... Daily Blague. Or... Sometimes small things trouble great men. Three... This...
Yeah. Just take some fresh air.
Ah, some cool air.
Don't know why I'm doing all these over again. It's not useful. Okay. This one is different. We need to. Well, he's not really looking in the right direction, but whatever. I have more ego now. Just want to talk to him. Just see. Ask things if he has anything to say. Why are you going there? Why? What is you? What was your
Are
plan?
you collecting the post, Poirot?
There we go. Oh boy. Can I be done with this game already?
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
You can see it's the case. You will collect thumbnail and illustration and progress to inquiry. Consult your progress, go back into the... What? During the investigation, you will collect thumbnails that illustrate your progress in the inquiry. Oh, I don't care. I don't give a crap. Go for it. Yeah. It's gonna be...
Let us examine this more.
Yeah.
Certain characters in...
Yeah, I'm clicking on one.
This
Weirdo.
yes, the I characters.
Yeah.
I have to find...
Yep.
Yes, the... That's right.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
I have to find some other similar...
No, click on that one.
The W is... Of course, my theory was right.
Yep, he was right.
Hastings, he strikes tomorrow.
Go
Chief
Papers
Inspector
9.
Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burned documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes.
Yes. Manny seems so infuriated.
I've
Crazy.
finished with this subject.
Where am I going to do this? It's going to be there. Okay then.
Now, down to work.
Then to work.
This needs putting in
Or
order
then
a
to
little.
work. Of course, by chance, it's going to be... What is this? Yes. Okay, what can I do? What do I need to do? Yeah, it's the new letter. Okay. Wait. I need to see if I
This
can.
page is child's play.
Okay, I
This
see.
does not look too difficult. This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay, that's what I need to do. Okay.
This piece should be placed here.
I know, thanks.
This page is child's play.
Stop talking.
This page is finished.
Especially when you already
And
said
that's 2 done.
already. Crazy, right? Okay.
It's so simple.
And you're good. Can't believe it.
This piece should be placed.
Stop talking. Each 2 seconds. Ah, it's right here. Come on. You know I'm right. Always right.
This page is finished. Only 1 more. This does not look too difficult.
No. Indeed.
This
Done.
page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed. A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
But what?
A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Yes, shut up.
All the pages are reconstructed.
What? What happened?
A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Oh, finally, man.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Great. Good. Ugh.
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Let's see.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic
Those are the
bronchitis causing
prescriptions.
dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma.
There we go.
Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick
We
Dudley
found the
Dunbar,
guy.
owner of the Black Swan Hotel
The
in
next guy is
Doncaster.
gonna be killed.
Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
It's so easy to understand what's going on. It's crazy. Where do the documents came from? There. It says, man. Your name is visible. Burned documents. There you go. Okay. Documents came from Dr. Clark's patient records. And I'm good.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the 2 victims appear on them? And who are the 2 other patients?
These are very good questions.
I'm at the end of the game. Please tell me I'm gonna be over with it soon.
Hello, Poirot.
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust. How did you guess? Poirot,
He's
you
the
have
actor.
magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Search of all Doncaster indicates that the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster indicates the Ginger Cat. Let's research London. Jesus, what? So Doncaster. What? So yeah, he's going on to Doncaster? That's the place he was going to? Indicate the Ginger Cat. The Black Swan and Hotel in Doncaster. Why would he... To search all of Doncaster? I don't know. I'm
Look for
gonna...
him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
There you
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Encourage Jap. Call instead of Jap.
Chief Inspector, I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Let's do this.
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
Let's go speak to Cost. Speak to Dunbar. I want to talk
Yes,
to
please.
Cost.
Wait a minute. I'm just looking for his room number.
I believe that I made a mistake. If anyone asks for him, he
Oh,
will
yeah.
understand that we are onto him, take fright, and flee. Mr. Dunbar, I've changed my mind. It's best if
Yeah.
you keep this from Cust.
But who is this Cust?
Said that he's a crook. Said he's a killer. He's heard about the investigation. Ask if he has heard about the
Have you
investigation.
heard about the ABC case?
Oh, yes. I must say I'm not all that reassured. What with my name starting with D and all that?
You're in danger. Beware of your guest.
Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Oh, yes, completely harmless.
Warn him that Cost is dangerous. Put the danger into perspective. Cost is only a suspect. No.
Do not be fooled. He has already killed 3 people and you are next.
A murderer? Under my roof? Good God!
Dunbar, can you hear me? Dunbar! Hello? Dunbar has had malaise. That's all we needed. I'm calling the Doncaster police. I hope they get there quickly.
I don't know if I'm doing
Alright,
things
have
right.
some good news?
Wrong.
The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train.
How is the hotel owner?
He had a heart attack. He was taken to the hospital.
Oh no. It is my fault. When I told him the killer was at his hotel, I should have been more considerate.
Come on, Poirot. You weren't to know he had a weak heart.
Ugh.
But I should have known. I saw his medical records.
Do not torture yourself, Poirot. His attack was not fatal,
Medium
thanks
donkey.
to the quick intervention of the ambulance team.
Please keep me informed on his progress.
count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside. Our escort.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents.
No, of course.
While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
Man, I'm not the best
Hastings,
Hercule
we are
Poirot.
making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number 1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, at least if I'm doing just
To
dumb
Marbury Guest
stuff,
House, please.
it's gonna be funnier this way, you know. Goodbye, guys. Things. Goodbye. Okay. Let's see.
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here. Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name, in Cheshire.
Let's do this. Might be the end. Might be the end. Please be the end. Yeah, I kind of forced myself to finish this. I won't lie to
It
you.
is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
If the game was longer, I would have stopped before. Yeah, for sure.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Tell her that she is a great help. Get annoyed seeing her peel potatoes.
I do not think that this is the right time to be peeling potatoes.
My lodgers have got to eat.
But you are contravening health regulations.
Well, it's not as serious as killing someone. I just wanted to help you. I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. But when I see how I'm being treated, I wonder if I was right.
Measure for her observation. Ask her if she knew about the ABC.
One moment, please. How did you know that Cust had underlined Doncaster in his railway guide?
I went and had a look in his room.
I see. Do you make a habit of searching through your lodger's belongings?
Well, what are you going to do later? I bet you're going to poke
That's
around his
amazing.
room too.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
He's rather queer. He talks to himself. He has a bad cough. Because of the war, he says. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Ask her if it was blood. Ask where the stains were.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
Can't recall.
Cust used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Yes, although he was unwell on trains.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No idea.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Point out that Bexhill is not the only seaside resort. Ask her to continue. I'm gonna.
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Ask for more details about the newspaper. Ask when he started buying newspapers.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churchton. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
It was funny to make her angry. That was funny. Yeah.
This woman appears to be in a bad mood.
I don't know why. I wonder why. White face. His posture. Jerky movements.
Mrs. Marbury is taking out her bad mood on the evening meal's potato.
That was funny. Okay.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
If I did, it was because Mr. Cust wasn't here. What about it?
You're being a crook.
You rented the same room to two people. That's fraud.
Calm down, Mr. Poirot. My lodgings were full and I couldn't let poor Mr. Fishman sleep outside.
That's not a reason. What a terrible woman. Okay. I had enough of her. It was the best moment, I think, in the game. Honestly. Being a bitch is always funny, you know? Come on.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher.
Yep.
This subject would probably be useful to me. Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
A mirror. Man, I'm hot.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well. The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churchton murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
Okay, good. Good. Stuff on the ground.
ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed.
Do I have something to... No.
This key bears the numbers.
Yeah, I don't care. I can't use it. Okay. Was caused at the time of the Bexel murder. There we go. Also probably at Bexel on the day of the murder. What a surprise.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexil. The Bexil paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexil on July the 25th.
I need something to open that box. Gotta take this.
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
Yeah, to open the box. To open the box.
It's an ABC. Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
How can I do this?
Something is blocking the ribbon.
Poor Mr. Poirot, I'm quite sorry. You can see from here. Do I need to use the knife? Okay, maybe I need to... Hey, I need to find something else.
Did
to
Cust
help me.
drop it when you opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Pretty good. Pretty good. So that's what we need to do. Let's open the box. Maybe we'll find what we need to...
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
Of course.
Stockings.
Of course. Okay. Is there anything else?
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
There you go.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Okay.
War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Okay. Good. There's that. But how can I open this? I wonder.
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
It's the only two things I can do. Okay.
The ribbon is jammed. I have to start by freeing it.
Can I click on anything? No? Ah, there you go.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
There you go.
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Okay. Okay, it was
And here
pretty
is the
easy.
ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
There you go.
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
I'm not sure if there's anything left here to see, so I don't think there
It
is.
is not the right time.
Oh, really? Why are you going back? What's that here? Whatever. Whatever. Search across the room. Okay, I'm not done. Not done yet. I can't. No, the victim. But he's alive, right? Well, I think he's alive. Who knows?
John Milligan. Dear Sir,
I know it's still.
Regarding the
Yeah,
schedule.
okay.
this letter is
It's not what I need to see, you know. What do I need to do? They say I have something to look at, but I don't see what. Can you please show me? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what?
this dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
There you go. Easier this way. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oh boy. Let's talk to Jap.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
I look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Poirot.
Are you serious?
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
What are you doing? I can't do shit. Why? Oh,
No more need to...
I don't care. What do I need to do? Oh, what are you doing?
It is a very beautiful...
Yeah. But, thanks.
Let's
Finally.
talk to Jap.
After
I've listened closely to what you have to
days.
say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
He is caused guilty. Yes, he is. Goodbye. And the knife. Don't cast. I don't know. There's so much stuff against him. Yeah. So, was it possible to cause to have killed the 3 victims? Cause was in children? Yeah. That's not the thing I'm looking for. What about his destination? There we go. Cause was all in all the towns. Are there any common points between Cost and the killers? They pry. Blood on him, suffer. Okay. What is this? He suffers of some. He brings up blood when he coughs. He had blood on him. Keep his newspaper. No. What? Wait. Are there any common points between Cost and the killer? Oh, and the killer, of course. Yeah, the knife. Talk about the murders. Is that yeah, there we go. I could have committed these crimes. But Beaver suspect. Okay. There you go. Guilty. Okay. Next.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
Yes, sir. That's
C'est
something
vrai.
on my...
However,
There you go.
the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we see quite the opposite. Expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can you talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Of course. Good luck. Okay. Can we go home? Yes. We're almost done, guys. Yeah. Get out. Go home.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Yeah. Here is that son of a gun. Let's look at him.
This man is not in good shape.
There you go.
He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Ask if he knows who is speaking to him.
Good day, Mr.
Whatever.
Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Talk about letters. Ask why he sent the letters.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
No, engine is innocent. No. Get him to admit that he has
Maybe
forgotten.
you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Accuse him of being a killer. Ask him if he's capable of killing. Admit that you do not believe he's a murderer. Accuse him of being a
You
killer.
are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
It's true. During the war.
Insists on the fact that he enjoyed the war. You need to talk about. Get him to talk about
You
the army.
suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Accuse him of Dr. Clark's murder. Get him to believe he is innocent.
And to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
Yes.
Poor man. If only I could help him.
I have some things for this, I think. Is that what he needs? Or maybe this? I don't know which one.
Take this. It will help you.
Thank you.
Has the color changed?
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
Accuse him of Dr. Mo.
And to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
Ask him if he acknowledges going to the 3 towns. So that witnesses saw him in 3 towns. So that witnesses.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
So to repeat that, you typed them before sending them to yourself.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey? Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
There we go. No.
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
Okay. We did it.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, we're almost there. Come on. Come on. Okay. What do we know about Cust's health? Yeah, no reason to kill them. Okay, that's not what he suffers absence. There you go. Cust is mentally and physically weak, not really a profile of a killer. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murder? They did not write the letters. Had blood on him. Are there any clues that do not support? What would it be? I was attacked by behind. And the blood spurted out in the direction of the sea. Not appear to recognize Poirot. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churchtown murder? No reason to kill them. Don't know. I have no clue. I'm going to take the two things that are... this one I don't know. Wait. I was attacked. There you go. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the shield, whatever. Are there any clues that do not support Cust guilty? There you go. There are several details which show that Cust is not guilty. Okay. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cust is guilty? He says that he did not write the letters. He had no reason to kill them. He had blood on him. Still not guilty. Weird. He's guilty, but he's not guilty.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even a Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, so is it him? Is Cust clever? Cust is no question, just follow order. Mediocre. Self-confident. As a resident and shy. Easy to influence. Seducer. Not really. There you go. Side guy said, yeah, no. Without any charm. Yeah. Like trains. He hates trains. Which one is the train? Okay, it's this one. Does not like trains. Gold. Gold. There you go. You have this. Generous. There you go. Miserly.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual or repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
No, it's not done. It is not done. Did not talk.
To White Heaven, please.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Okay, let's go take the revolver. Wait. These are here. And take a look at these.
Daily Flicker, September 11th, 1935. ABC affair. The latest victim in a narrow escape. The ABC murderer arrested in Doncaster in tragic circumstances. His name is A.B. Cust. He's struck in Andover, strangled in Bexhill, stabbed in Thurston, and in Doncaster, he attempted to kill without any weapon other than the terror he inspires. His latest victim would have been Dick D. Dunbar. Mr. Dunbar, a hotel owner, collapsed when he found out suddenly that the killer was staying at his establishment. The police surrounded the hotel and arrested the murderer. Thanks to the quick intervention of the ambulance team, Mr. Dunbar is currently in hospital recovering from a cardiac arrest. The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Cust has a disturbed personality and memory disorders. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts. Therefore, he will not escape punishment.
Pretty well. Pretty well.
Ah, some cool hair.
I don't know why I'm doing this again. Just gonna take a look at the mirror just so I have my ego points. There we go. Graduation, you want a trophy cleaning Tomcat.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
It's gonna be fine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
There you go.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
There you go. Gandhi mustache. Probably because I choose the non-lethal ones. Yes, 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 I did choose
You're
them.
not answering, Poirot.
Didn't hear it out. The phone.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
It's him.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Why the murderer make a mistake in the address? During the address caused the letter to be delivered late. Yep. There you go. The mistake is intentional. Why did the killer send his letter to Hercule Poirot? Yes, there is not very well known. He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
We're at the end. We're closing the case soon. What do we know about Crost? Crost is easily influenced. Crost was in the war and quite the same. There you go. Wounded and during the war. Crost is mentally fragile and easy to manipulate. Crisp and it presents. Crost tries to overcome his travel sickness by traveling often by trains. Crost buys newspaper that reported a case. He wanted to see the crime scene. I don't think so. Alice Asher and Betty Brandon are in Dr. Clark's medical record. No. That was not it. What could it be? Knew it! The killer made him blah blah blah. So, yeah.
Dr. Clark's patient's records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
There's one murder. Okay. Run up a psychological profile for Donald Fraser. Say that just one murder is of interest to the killer. Say that the murder. Thanks to telling me that we're whatever. Say that the killer has developed a taste for murder. Say that the murderer kills for pleasure. Say that there are 3 murderers. One murder is of interest to the killer.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
That Donald was treated by Dr. Clark. That Donald's firm worked for Clark. Indicate that Donald was resident at Churston. I don't remember any of that. Can I save? No. 100%. Indicate that. Was he? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Could you tell? Was he treated? I never saw anything about him. That Donald was resting. Donald's firm worked.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Donald clever? Let's see. And Megan really liked Donald Fraser. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous, a true gentleman. Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I have a doubt about myself. I don't know what to do, and I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row. He's a bright man with a promising career ahead of him. Oh, yeah, he's clever. Okay, good. He's not sure of himself. But women seem to like him. I think New York. No, it's not that. Not it. It was an awful sim. She told him that until they were married, she was. Well, since Billy died, that's about myself. Easy to influence. Okay, it's not him. It's the other one. Is Donald the seducer? Yes, he is. He's not far from it. He likes trains. He's not impulsive. Quick-tempered. Yep. I don't think it's him. It's the other guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Clever. Easy clever. So report that for Franklin, according to his teacher, he was a good student. Discipline. Yes, he's clever. Self-confident. Okay, he has fallen for a sweetheart talking charms. Okay, so that's for later. I don't want to read that. Come on. Well, I'm a married man, and Miss Gray's already been. The railway. I don't know. I don't want to read, you know. Okay. What? was this one? Okay, good. We self-confident. Okay. I thought it was easy charming. A seducer. Yeah. Relationship. There you go, he's a seducer. I'm doing great. Right? Good. I like trains. Yeah, it's him. It's him. Is he cold? Of course he's cold. I touched him once. Not in a sexual way, of course. He's generous. Oh, what a surprise! I'm shocked.
As you have all
Yeah,
seen,
it makes more sense.
there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
So that Tara Gray bothered him. Said that Franklin was impatient. Said that Tara Gray bothered him. Said that Tara Gray bothered him. Said that Franklin was impatient.
Because of Miss Gray.
Makes more sense.
Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark,
Cause
it was
money.
if Miss Gray had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no, you know perfectly well that is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Oh. Need to choose. Invent an item of proof found in Alice Asher's tobacco shop. Lie about the fingerprints found on Cust's typewriter. Say that proof is going to be easy to find.
Proof is easy to find now that we know where to look.
You have nothing on me. You're bluffing, Mr. Poirot. Come on, Thora, there's nothing for us to do here.
Don't touch me.
Thora!
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your
There you go.
brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
All right. Well played. I lose. The game's up.
Yeah, she found everything I needed. Thank you.
Don't come near me! I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Man, I'm happy I chose the the fake bullets.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, there is no easy death for you. I expected
Blank.
your reaction, so I used blanks.
Yeah, blanks. That's,
I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your
There you go.
second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
no money for you, babe. No money for you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was useful.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Gray left England.
Wonder for where.
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Cute. I'm happy it was not
Poirot's
him.
recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
Good, good, good.
And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission.
How funny.
Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
Well, well, well. That's great. And what's even better?
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC.
Huh.
As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press.
Good
And
idea.
as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Who was he again? Don't remember. Who was he? Good for him. Yeah, we're done. I'm sure the book is a lot better. Even though I'm sure it's kind of the same thing, I'm sure it's better reading it. Yeah, the game is not great. Let's be honest. Sometimes it's too easy, sometimes it's just unclear. And sometimes I don't know. I think the fact that I didn't care that much didn't help. Because in that type of games, you need to be interested in what's going on and really... you need to want to find everything by yourself. And that's a big issue for me is... At some point, I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, whatever. So, that's a big issue. That's a really, really big issue. When you just start to don't care. It's sad. It's... While I was playing the Sherlock Holmes games, I was into the story. I wanted to know. I don't know. It was a little harder. So it was more interesting. And I think the acting was better. Just everything was just better. At all level. I like the visuals. It's just... Yeah, you can see that. Yes, it's not bad visually, but some characters kind of look too much the same. And some... It was not the greatest animations I've seen in my life. So, yeah, sorry to you guys. So, yeah, yeah, you can see it's a small team also. So, yeah, it's not the best at all. I think for these type of game, it's great when it's a unique story too, because since they used a story that already exists, they have to follow this book. So you have to do something with this. When you create a story like the Sherlock Holmes games, you can create the story in function of the game that you want to make, you know? So I think it works better this way. So yeah. It's not crazy. Really not crazy. Yeah. So that's what I think of the game. I think it could have been a lot better. Julien Dutel. Okay, that's who was doing it. That's him who was doing it. It's funny they didn't. Yeah, Julien Dutel. Okay, no. They used them in French too. Okay, but yeah. Hercule Poirot, clearly. It was him. I knew it was somebody who speaks French. That was 100% sure, so yeah. It was okay. Man. Thanks it was short. Like 6 hours. Because I would have been... Yeah. I would have been bored. Really bored. Even more, I should say. If it was longer, I think I would have stopped at one stream. But since I saw that, yeah, maybe 2 more streams. At maybe 2 more streams, maybe 1. Yes, we did it in 1. Only 1 stream. Thanks. 1 more stream. Yeah, I think that's that was not crazy. You're welcome. Copyright 2019. Okay. Based on the ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. I'm pretty sure it's a lot better. Yeah, so thanks for watching if you were watching the VOD. Hope you liked it, even though I was bored, let's be honest. Hope you were not too bored. It was not too long though. And if you're watching the stream, yeah, I'm sorry. Let's have more fun on Luigi's Mansion 3 right now, and Tales of Arise, and Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light than this game. And I had a lot more fun on the Batman games, even Batman Arkham Origins. So yeah, that was not crazy. Not a crazy game, that's for sure. So yeah, sorry guys. I don't want to quit. What's the bonuses? The timeline. How funny.
When Franklin understands...
Okay, I don't care. Eagle eyes. Large donkey. Incense burner. Sheriff mustache. Deli mustache. Black dragon. Dragon smoke. Man, I almost got everything. Kinda sad about it. Okay. Okay. Man. Okay, not bad. 459 points. At some point I was just doing shit. We can say it. I was doing shit. So okay, it's fine. Okay. Bye-bye.